Coder Community Edition is now on the AWS Marketplace, so anyone can deploy production-ready, scalable cloud development infrastructure for free in 30 minutes. There's no Kubernetes expertise or AWS CLI commands needed, just a CloudFormation deployment that automates just about everything. I'm Ryan, and in this video, I'll walk you through the entire process, from installation to a configured Coder instance that's ready for developers to use. At a high level, the Marketplace deployment consists of a dedicated VPC, with IAM permissions scoped to least privilege. EKS managed Kubernetes for the Coder control plane and development environments, which Coder calls workspaces. RDS for Postgres provides data persistence, and EBS handles workspace storage. It's lightweight enough for startups and robust enough for enterprise POCs, with auto-scaling, so you're only paying for what you need, multi-AZ deployment for high availability, and encrypted storage. From the Coder Community Edition Marketplace page, the first step is to create a subscription. There's no cost, it's just how Coder tracks Marketplace deployments. Click View Purchase Options, scroll to the bottom, and click Subscribe. This takes a few minutes to process, and once it's done, click Launch Your Software. Select EKS as the fulfillment option, then click the CloudFormation template link, which takes you to the Quick Create Stack page. The default values will be fine for most installs, so you just need to check the IAM acknowledgement at the bottom of the page, then click Create Stack. CloudFormation then starts provisioning the resources in the template, which takes around 30 minutes, so it's a good time to go and grab a coffee. Once that's done, you'll see three new stacks: the EKS cluster, the EBS storage driver, and Coder Community Edition. To access your Coder instance, select the Coder stack, and from the Outputs tab, click the Coder URL. You've got the option of trying Coder's Premium Edition and Enterprise features for 30 days, but I'm going to stick with the Community Edition. I'll create the admin account using GitHub, so I'll copy the device code, click the activation link, select my account, paste the code, and click Continue. I'll authorize Coder, close the tab, the admin account is then created, and we're on the Coder dashboard. That's the AWS install done. Now let's get Coder set up and ready for developers to use. Before jumping in, I'll quickly cover the three core resources in Coder: workspaces, templates, and tasks. Workspaces are isolated cloud development environments, created on demand with persistent storage. They can be stopped and started like a developer's machine, but the home directory contents are persisted until the workspace is destroyed. Templates are the Terraform-based blueprints that define a workspace's infrastructure, runtime environment, and developer tooling. And tasks is Coder's interface for managing AI coding agents running in the background. Let's create a template by heading to the Templates page, select the Kubernetes Starter template, and click Save. Coder will first check it can create the template's Terraform resources, but this fails on the first attempt. And that's because the starter template has a variable that needs to be set, which is the namespace that workspaces will be deployed to. I'll set that to Coder, try again, and now the build succeeds. We're then taken to the source code tab for the template. Taking a look at main.tf, it may seem like a lot, but it's actually pretty easy to understand. It's just a mix of Kubernetes resources for infrastructure and Coder-specific resources for workspace configuration and reusable components. Because the workspace runs in a container inside a Kubernetes pod, the container image is essentially the workspace operating system, which in this case is Coder's enterprise Ubuntu image, which includes some extra packages suitable for a dev environment and a non-root Coder user with passwordless sudo access, so developers can get root-level capability without running as root. Let's test the template by creating a workspace. It just needs a name, the default settings are fine, and once it's launched, we're taken to the workspace detail page. We've got controls for managing the lifecycle of the workspace, some resource usage stats, startup logs from the workplace build steps, and the available apps for connecting to the workspace. I'll choose VS Code Desktop to access the workspace, and the first time around, you'll be prompted to install the Coder extension, which takes care of configuring the remote SSH connection to the workspace. Once the workspace is ready, I'll speed through cloning a repo, changing the VS Code workspace to the repo folder, and installing the app's dependencies. I'll then run the dev server. Coder detects when a port is opened, so I'll use the notification to open the app in a browser. And what's cool is that it's accessible at localhost as Coder is tunneling requests back to the workspace. I'll give it a quick test, and everything's working as expected. And that's it. You've now got a production quality Coder instance that's ready for developers. Check out the AWS Marketplace install guide for more configuration details. And also take a look at Coder's user guides, as they cover workspace management, template customization, and AI agent integration. And if you get stuck, the Coder Discord is a great place to get help from both the community and Coder's support team. I'm Ryan, and thanks for watching.